Hello and welcome to StarMade StarPlay, where today I haven't been playing in a while. Kind of got burnt out, truth be told, but I finally came up with an idea, an experimental tactic, assuming this works, which essentially I'm gonna mass produce suicide bombers. That sounds wrong, but let me show you. I made a minimized version now that I'm connected to a massive power source of the push beam. I've successfully recreated the auto repeating thingamabob. I'm pretty sure there's a name. I'm pretty sure it's like clock system or something. I built a basic test warhead, you know, nothing that explodes with a lot of damage, so I don't accidentally kill myself. And, well, let me explain the logic behind it. I can use it in 3 patterns. Pattern 1, I send a bunch of drones with me on one of them towards an enemy ship. This would allow me, if I do it correctly with the radar jammer, their turrets won't target me. I do a lot of damage, I panic them, and they don't realize I'm on board. At least for a while. Tactic 2 is a distraction. In an opening of a battle, I send these warheads to attack from several different directions. With the radar jammers off, the enemy turrets will target these ships. Excuse me. And upon doing that, it allows my fleet more time to concentrate fire on the enemy. Plus, if they're still remaining, they can push against the enemy ships, minimizing their maneuverability. Excuse me. And the third tactic is really just to cover my retreat. If I'm running from a battle, I send these guys in, they distract the turrets, they start ramming the enemy ships. It's kind of a little last screw you thing. Like, you cripple my fleet, but I have to make you do a new paint job. I seriously wish they buff warheads. They can have so much potential. They're a lot stronger. But, anyways, enough about the ranting. Today, I am gonna test this. Okay, so let's build this up. If I wasn't lagging so badly, why did I have to download so much stuff recently? Come on. Oh. What? Did I not link? Right. No block pulling. Turn that on. Okay. There. Now it should work. Load. Come on. Work. The design is loaded. Place order. Test. Oh, that's why. Place order. Show current design. Let's just give it default name. Hopefully this works. Okay. Now for the final part of this test. Will it actually work without detonating? Okay, so let's go to undock and it works! Oh my god, you don't know how happy I am. Sure, now it's gonna start spinning off in space indefinitely, but if I just mass produce these ships with faction modules and then add them to fleets, if I just build like 2 or 3 dozen of these factories and then just find a way to semi-automate this, I can produce hundreds of these ships within minutes. Assuming they don't all, you know, fly into each other and explode kind of thing. But if I could do this, and I get this to work on a bigger scale on these shipyards, the ones I'm looking at now. Why am I pointing with my hands? I don't have a face cam. But with these ones, I could just mass produce ships with ease. I could beat my enemy with just sheer overwhelming numbers. AKA the Russian strategy in World War II, which isn't entirely true. Well, it's kind of is. But that's not the point. Now, let's start building several of these because I want to test it out. Come on, please don't hit. Please don't hit. Please, please, please don't hit. Please. Come on. Stop now. You can stop anytime. Slow down. Slow down. Don't detonate. Please, come on. Gotta be kidding me. Maybe we should lower the power of the push beam. No, wait. I would have to make a variable. No. No, please don't explode. Please. Come on. Okay. Oh no, it's too late. Well, at least I know the automated shipyard works. And just as I get the factories up and going again, apparently my ships have an inexplicable desire to explode. Okay, test 2 for this idea. Okay, so I go to... He's the lead. Let's hope this works. Okay, so the one that ends in the 4 is to the right, and the one that ends in the 1 is to the left. Okay, so let's rotate you. Catalog order formation. You goddamn idiots! How hard is it to stay in formation? You literally just have to rotate 90 degrees. How hard is it to move 90 degrees? And just as I think I come up with a new plan to work around all these issues, the game once again finds a way to disappoint me. Seriously, guys, how hard is it to group up in a proper formation without bombing each other? Oh, now they're jumping around like stop motion animation made by a 5-year-old. Oh my god. Okay, I have one more idea before I'm just gonna scrap this and just end it all here. So, I think I found a solution to this whole problem. I didn't rebuild. I slightly modified each of these turrets to have more push power, varying from degree. This one having the least, this one having the second least, this one having the most. What I'm hoping is they all fire at different distances, and by doing this, I'll just rendezvous them to a random sector, hopefully one out of the way where they won't explode, which I will have to write down as a note. And as long as I stay out there, and as long as no one gets near them, I can mass produce them, group them there. Oh, that is a problem. That could be a problem. Because I would need to group them up into one fleet. And if I get close, they explode. Well, I'm in the mood to being a bit of a machinist, whatever the person that takes pleasure in their pain. So let me just undock you and undock you. That doesn't look good if it's rotating like that. Something isn't right. Okay, and as now can be seen, each one rotates at a different speed. Man, this one moves a lot slower now. But now that we got that in the way, we go catalog, we make the add numbers, boop, 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 boop. And then we choose a coordinates. Let's go 60, 13, 48. Negative 16, 13, 48. Okay, then I go to... Let's just test this out. Move 60, 13, 48. I'm gonna move all of these guys into a cluster. Then head over there with thruster. Hey, that rhymes. Head over here in my little thrust ship and see if they all blow up. But I'm gonna give them a good 60 seconds, or at least a little while. So hopefully they all kind of spread out, so when I get there I don't hear boom, 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 boom. And that will then lead to hearing of 1,000 cries of me wanting to end my life, because Jesus Christ, this makes no goddamn sense of difficulty. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna wait. Wait, how the... Do they have that much health? Really? Wow. Okay. So this tactic does work. As far as I can tell, at least. None of them look like they've exploded. But then again, this is just the first batch. But this tactic is showing signs of working. Wait. They're in ratio... Well, I know a solution. It's just not efficient. At least that I think of. What I do is, if what I think is how it's going to work, is I am going to build them, and I'm just gonna have them kind of move in random sectors and randomly stop them, and then just all group spam them here. Like, I'll have like 3 or 4 at a time. After all, it does take time for them to get here, so I can just jump around doing other things until they're stop. So it's not the most efficient method, but it should work, because if I check again, they're probably all gonna explode if I send another wave, which is exactly what I'm going to do when I get back. But if they do explode, at least now I have another tactic. And if I get this working on a large enough of a scale, it should be more efficient. Because I roughly guessed, to make 1 warhead manually, it'll take me a minute. One of these warhead spam ships. With this, I can produce 10 a minute. Hopefully at its best, if I get things done correctly. That means I'm 10 times better. And once I get this working, get some of the kinks worked out, well, the last of them, I'll move on to the fighter base section, which will be on the opposite side of the ship. Then I'll get my Corvette section up. This will be all off camera because it's super boring and simple. Excuse me, sorry. Then I'm going to decorate the space station. But hopefully this works, because now that I figured out that one problem, it should all be smooth sailing from here. And much to my surprise, it worked. By just simply ordering them to a far enough away sector, they don't ram into each other. Although they do get disturbingly close, for my tastes, this can work. This means I can spam out like 15 a minute. Excuse me, from my current 3 shipyards. I could get such an upper hand if I mass produce these things. You guys have no idea how happy I am. If I could produce a lot of these things, even if I have to order them to slightly different sectors and then regroup them later, this gives me such a huge upper hand. I could cripple enemy ships. I could just go, okay, you know what? There's a guy in this sector I don't like. Locke, he should be there with his ship or something. And bang! All of a sudden, he's getting hit by warheads. I don't even need to use this as a weapon. I could just troll the hell out of people with this. If I could get this up to the scale I want it to be, everyone's gonna hate me, but I'm gonna freaking love it. There's no way they can stop me. Oh my god, I'm so high from this now. Oh my god. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Okay, and in all seriousness, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one.